Hey, this is Noah. This video is going to be the first attempt of many to streamline my recording process. I have a new setup with a microphone, a nice USB audio device, a proper camcorder, and it's all being recorded straight into my computer to minimize any in between. So, please let me know in the comments below if you can notice this improvement or if you think it's better in general moving forward. So, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 has been announced, and it looks very nice. I'm glad that I got a chance to cover the previous one, even if it was somewhat prompted because of the tease of this sequel, the rumor that existed. But it looks very nice. It appears to have been redone from the ground up. Most of the assets in the game are changed, improved, and they seem to be adding new characters, which is also very welcome. Especially in the case of like Squidward, because Squidward, to my recollection, was found in the files for the previous game. So it was missed when he wasn't here. When I covered the game before, I don't remember exactly if I had made mention of it, but I felt that Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, in the state that it was in, was best described as to show its demonstrable potential as a game. It felt like a good first pass at an idea, and all it really needed was some time and budget to really make it shine, to cover up some areas. Some of the areas that I felt that the previous game struggled in was, of course, the lack of voice acting in the beginning. The music was a bit weak. Some of the earlier characters like SpongeBob had movesets that were largely homogenous, with all the moves kind of looking the same, specifically their upward attacks, their upward aerial attack, downward aerial attack. It all just kind of blended together and didn't look very different. But I've already seen that most of these issues are being addressed. The voice acting is there from the beginning. It will have single player content. That was another thing. I already am noticing that with some of the characters getting their moves changed, it is showcasing that they are trying to vary the moves a bit more. And this was kind of coming already off of the fact that the DLC characters that they added to the first game did have more variety, so this is somewhat expected to see them putting it into this game. So, I'm looking forward to this game because it's seemingly what I wanted to see in a sequel. I mean, the fact that they're getting a sequel is frankly a surprise to me, a welcome one to be sure. So, this looks like it will be very nice. Now, I'm already seeing on Twitter that some people are having a field day with saying that this should have just been an update. Clearly, they didn't grow up in the 90s and the 2000s when getting a new game was basically more of the same, but with more content. To me, this is exactly what I would want from a sequel. More of the same, but improved. Fantastic. Y'all are spoiled. You don't know what it was like out here when Street Fighter 2 would get a new game in the Street Fighter 2 series. I'm happy to see the other Ninja Turtles here, because they were sorely missed. I'm looking forward to playing Raphael specifically, because I almost guarantee he's going to have Unga Bunga energy. A little bit of Wolverine from Marvel vs. Capcom energy in there. But I'm particularly interested in Jimmy Neutron. The fact that Jimmy Neutron's going to be here is very exciting to me, because I used to play shoot, what are those called? Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Nicktoons, these games. Nicktoons Unite. I used to play these, and this was back in the day when I guess these four characters were like the top dogs for Nickelodeon. So for me, these were always like, this was in my mind, my equivalent of Mario, Link, Kirby, and Pikachu. So for the first game, I was like, if you get these four, you could throw anything else in there, and I'll be happy. So when Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner weren't there, I was a little disappointed. I forgave it. It is what it is. But the fact that we're getting Jimmy now, as heralded by the fact that they got Hugh Neutron in the first game, just gimme Timmy. Hashtag gimme Timmy. Or the fairies. That would be interesting. Like, I don't really have a preference. Fully, Timmy would be nice. But if you would find that having the fairies would be a more interesting potential for a moveset, go for it. It makes no difference to me. I'd just be happy that you tried. And preferably in the base game. But I digress. So, looking forward to this game. They seemingly have a cancel system that is comparable to Guilty Gear or Rushdown Revolt, which is just like peak. Absolutely yes. Because I've played Rushdown Revolt, and playing that with its cancel system and being able to make really free-flowing combos is really, really fun. And I love that it's being put into this game in some capacity. I kind of hope it's dialed back a bit to be comparable to how Framemakers does its air dashes into aerial cancels, where it's just a simple opportunity to extend your combos briefly and reach more ground quickly. But, it is what it is. What do you guys think of Nick All-Star Brawl 2? Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you're going to pick up this game in spite of it being $50. Technically the same price as the previous game with more content. Just saying. This is Noah. Nick All-Star Brawl 2. See ya.